The world of ToBeHeroX is one where the amount of fans and followers you have is translated into superhuman abilities. Upon the power of the trust value, regular everyday people can become professional heroes that are looked up to by all of society. In this universe, the strongest heroes are organized into a top 10 based on how strong they are. So today we're making a tier list based on who has the best abilities in ToBeHeroX. Wait, before this video starts, I just want to thank today's sponsor. Well, me. Look, I know I look super awesome and everything, but I'm actually a very small YouTuber. So if you could show this video some love, I would really appreciate it. Wait, think of it like this. In ToBeHeroX, when you trust someone, it increases their power as a superhero, right? Walk with me. But it's actually the same here on YouTube because the subscriber count is actually my trust value. And when you like and subscribe, it increases my power. So subscribing basically helps me become the Hero X of YouTube. I promise it'll be really cool. So please subscribe. Now to the video. Okay, right off the bat, I'm taking F tier off because I don't think there's a bad superpower in the current top 10. There certainly used to be, but I won't count Firm Man because he's no longer in the top 10. There are a lot of superheroes whose superpowers effectively function like a curse. It's a thing we've seen once or twice in the show, but in the top 10, it's really not that prevalent. So F tier is going in F tier. So next up we have E tier, and in E tier I put Ahu. Look, some of these heroes are going to be kind of hard to judge because not all of them have appeared in the anime. The only things we really have to go off for Ahu is his appearance in the ToBeHeroX trailer and his animated short. And Ahu obviously wasn't the focus of the trailer, so all we really have to go off of is his animated short. In the animated short though, we do get a really good display of his actual abilities. It's obviously some form of shapeshifting, and if you've watched my shorts, you'll know that I think it's the ability to turn into a different kind of hero. All in all, it's an alright superpower, but not only do we need more information on it, it also just isn't the coolest superpower in my opinion. Okay, imagine this. I can fly. I can shoot fire out of my hands. I can turn into Bruce Lee. Okay, saying that out loud, it's admittedly a little bit more badass than it seems, but my point still stands. Alright, next up in D tier is the Jonies, or the Johnnies. I'm really not sure how you pronounce it. Like I read it, and I said, the Johnnies, and then I heard everybody else say, the Jonies, so I said, the Jonies, and now it's Johnnies. So the Joestar has the classic ability to speak to animals, but what makes his power special is that he also has Big Johnny. And yes, this is Big Johnny, this is Little Johnny. It makes sense, you'll see. Look, Big Johnny is the reason he is in D tier and not E tier, because as a superpower, talking to animals isn't that impressive. It's still a cool ability, don't get me wrong, but on the list of every superpower had by a superhero, animal talking consistently falls to the bottom. So what exactly makes Big Johnny so special? Well, Big Johnny is basically the Hulk in this universe. He gets mad, he turns into this thing, and the only person who can calm him down is Little Johnny. Joestar. And don't get me wrong, Big Johnny is super tough and powerful, and if I ran into this on my drive to work, I would not be going to work anymore. All things taken into account though, it's just not my favorite superpower. Alright, going on to C tier, we have Lolly. Lolly is a character that I don't care for too much in the show, but she does have some pretty good abilities that would be hard to pass up. Like, if I walked up to you and offered you a free Iron Man suit, I feel like that's kind of like a no-brainer. To my understanding, it looks like there's also accessories to it, like this rocket-powered bat, which is actually pretty cool. It kind of breaks my heart to put Lolly above the Johnnies, but at the same time, I'll refrain from bias because I do like her powers more. Again, it's not anything too special, but it's still a solid power. Alright, starting off our B tier, we have Dragon Boy, which is admittedly gonna bring us back into speculation territory. Dragon Boy only has his animated short, and he has not shown up in the anime. We actually have even less on him than we do Ahu. Watching his short, it's pretty obvious that he has some form of super strength. You don't just go chucking people through walls like this. I can most certainly say that I have never chucked somebody through a wall like this. So obviously we can count super strength. But beyond that, all we really have to go off of is the promotional material. To me at least, it looks like he has some sort of transformation abilities. What does he turn into? Who knows? Now, since his name is Dragon Boy, I could take an educated guess as to what he turns into, but I'm not gonna assume and then get it wrong. So what I will count for Dragon Boy is that he has super strength and some sort of energy abilities, which is very well subject to change. Admittedly, these are some pretty cool abilities, but I'm gonna be conservative and give him a B tier. We haven't really seen what he can do, and right now he just doesn't stack up against the others with what he has. His powers do look cool, but I'm not gonna make any assumptions and we're just gonna keep him here for now. Our top B tier is actually gonna go to Ghostblade. Now this guy's pretty crazy. Now I know what you're thinking. Knife is not superpower. And you would be correct, Knife is not superpower. But Ghostblade is superpower. Allow me to elaborate. He's basically what would happen if you mixed Assassin Spider-Man with Toji from JJK. Ghostblade is an absolute menace. This man will pet you on the head, so you will make less noise while dying. Like, instead of getting hunted by Ghostblade, I would rather just not get hunted by Ghost Blade. So while his powers are mundane, they are objectively some of the best powers you could have. Alright, first in A tier we have Nice. Nice is your stereotypical Superman archetype, which of course is kind of bland, but hard to pass up. This guy is flight, super speed, super durability, and super strength all in one package. May not be as novel as some of the other options, but definitely underrated powers. Like with these powers, you're basically a god among men, and you also get really nice ballet skills, which I don't really know what I'm gonna use that for, but I'll find a way, why not? And for the record, I know it's not technically Nice in the top 10, but also at the same time, Lin Ling is probably one of the people we've gotten the least from. Like for being the pilot episode, you would assume we would know more, but he isn't a hero long enough for us to actually see what happens. Next in A tier is E-Soul, and for the record, you have no idea how many times I just said next in E tier is A-Soul. He is the speedster of the universe, and for the record, I am including the suit because if Lolly gets her suit, then so does E-Soul. The reason why he's so high on the list is because his powers actually earned him the title of the strongest hero. That's right, E-Soul was actually X at one point. So with that and with speed powers just being generally broken, I feel like I'd be hard pressed to not put him this high up. He is at least as fast as the speed of sound and has the ability to just freely control lightning. That is some god tier stuff. And for the record, I would want E-Soul's powers even if it was just the suit, because this suit is amazing. This thing can be armor, it can be a weapon, it can be an electric whip, it can pretty much be whatever you need it to be. So with that and the ability to control blue lightning, I feel like it'd be kind of off-brand to put him anywhere besides A tier. But f you for killing Moon. Alright, now moving on to S tier. First we have the Hero of Order Queen. She has the broken ability to set any rules she wants within a certain boundary. This power is horribly underutilized in the show, because the ability itself is absolutely broken. Realistically, the only way you can beat this power is to strike before she can even speak, because this is one of those abilities that doesn't have a limit to what it can do. It's literally possible for her to just tell you to go home. If you're fighting her, she just tells you to go home, and you go home and you have yourself a nice cup of coffee. And then fight's over, like there's nothing you can do about it. She could talk no jutsu your ass if she wanted to. She could say you no longer have the will to fight, and you would fall on the floor, collapsed, have no ambitions anymore. There's nothing you can do about that. She could make the rule that you're now criminally insane and all of a sudden you want to watch Overflow. I don't know. Just as a power, the sky is the limit. So obviously S tier. Alright, next in S tier is Lucky Cyan. People don't realize just how broken luck is as a power. The way I like to look at it is that luck is plot armor as a power. And trust me, there is nothing more broken than a character with plot armor. This is another one of those abilities where it just has no limit. There's no limit on luck. You can literally do whatever you want. No one would ever be able to hurt you. Someone tries to punch you and a fly flies into their eye, causing them to fall through a manhole, and they are now in the Elden Ring universe. So good for you. Again, nothing is off limits when it comes to luck. There is no amount of strength that can just beat a lucky person. So Lucky Cyan is also going in S tier. Alright, our last in S tier is going to be none other than Hero X himself. Obviously, the top hero takes the top spot. I'm sure this isn't a brain blast to anybody, but any powers relating to space, time, or dimensions are objectively busted. You cannot kill this man. Anything you throw at him will be rendered completely useless. You see this PNG of a lion? This can't hurt me. That's what you are to this guy. You are a PNG of a lion. And the fact that all he has to do is snap his fingers is absolutely unforgivable. This man is an even bigger aura farmer than Sung Jinwoo himself, and that is saying something. I would take this man's powers over even like Gojo or Goku, because it doesn't matter how fast you are, or if I can't hit you if you are pixels on the floor. Listen, Gojo versus Hero X. Actually, you guys can hash that one out in the comments. Alright, so this is our tier list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This will be one of the first YouTube videos I've ever made, so if you're interested in helping me grow, here's another tier list video that I made that covers all of your favorite childhood YouTubers. Thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way through. It means the world to me. I always appreciate having more friends on the channel, so feel free to subscribe and join our community. Well, looks like there's nothing left to be said, so with that, I bid you peace, my friend.